The big problem with network marketing is it's an even playing field.
Have you found the opportunity that's going to take care of you and your family for the rest of your life?
This is the moment that I decided that I wanted to build a team in my direct sales business.
Network marketing coaching, direct sales coaching, multi-level marketing coaching, whatever you want to call it, it is a scam. In my opinion, everything that I share on this channel is my opinion, and today we're going to dive into something that we haven't quite talked about yet on this channel. So hi if you're new here, hi if you're not. Today we're going to talk about what network marketing is, why it sucks, and why anyone who is trying to convince you that they have the secrets to help you get rich in network marketing, multi-level marketing, direct sales is actually lying to you. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already. Let's take a look at what we're going to be talking about today. So I came across a few profiles over on Instagram that gave me a little laugh. I thought they might give you a little laugh as well. And before we get into the meat and potatoes of today's video, I thought that we could look at them together. So this first one reads, I help network marketers build 6 to 7 figure businesses with social media and automations, $0 to $578,000 per month in less than 6 years. DM success to learn or join our free group. Income claims, we love that. As per the data collected from actual MLMs, which I will have these reports linked down below, of those involved in MLMs, less than 1% actually ever make 6 figures. So personally, I find it wildly suspicious that this particular individual is claiming that they're going to help people who are in MLMs achieve 6 to 7 figures in revenue, because the likelihood of that actually happening is pretty damn low. And so it really just makes me wonder how many of the people that work with this particular coach, for example, are actually making 6 figures. Like, this seems wildly unrealistic to me. But it seems that coaches, not even just this one, but coaches like this are a dime a dozen. Let's take, for example, this next person who calls themselves a small business coach, which we personally hate it around here when people in MLMs like to cosplay as
small business owners.
If you're in an MLM, you're not a business owner at all, but more on that later. This one reads, small business coach, direct sales coach, the place where social selling and social media meet. I show entrepreneurs how to grow their business on Instagram. Again, for the record, if you are in an MLM, you are not an entrepreneur. You're basically just a glorified salesperson. I'm going to get into that a little bit further in the next section where I actually talk about what MLMs are, but I just wanted to clear that up off the top. Now, next, this one reads, direct sales leadership coach, top coach for direct sellers, network marketing, rockstar recruitment course, direct sales done right academy, leadership mastermind, let's work together. In this one in particular, I want to point out the specific focus on recruitment. If you're familiar with MLM, then obviously you know this, but if you're not familiar with MLM, this is something you should know. The reason why MLMs are so often equated to pyramid schemes is because of their heavy focus on recruitment. And I think we really see this amongst top leaders in MLMs that hop from like one MLM company to the next and bring their team with them. It's never really about the product that they're selling so much as the people they can convince to sell that product with them. Okay, this next one reads, network marketing, direct sales, MLM coach, 6-figure top ranked leader pushing leaders in their own companies to get their hashtag goals like for real, and then a link to some free stuff. Really, this is just using buzzwords and all of the alternative names for an MLM you could think of. But again, if we refer back to that statistic about how many people actually reach 6 figures in their MLM, it's proven that 99.5% of people will never achieve 6 figures. Now, this next bio you might actually recognize, especially if you are someone who's really well-versed in the MLM coaching space, as I would argue that this particular coach is like one of the top MLM coaches. So it's the anti-hey girl, saying it so you don't have to, encouraging women in direct sales to just freaking go for it, the Google for network marketers. Now, this person in particular, who we're going to get into a little bit later, is notorious for her year-long MLM coaching program. I've also allegedly heard that her success in network marketing specifically was mediocre at best, and she since has become a millionaire, allegedly not from her work in MLM specifically, so much as her work in coaching other people how to be successful in MLM. As always, I state this not as fact, but as my understanding or my opinion based on things that I have heard and read on the internet, allegedly. Okay, last one. I help network marketers win with social media, 7 stories a day, 250,000 customers served. Join the AI crash course. I don't know much about the content on this, but yikes when I say I hope that those 250,000 people that have been served by this coach got what they paid for, even though I'm probably pretty sure they didn't. Okay, so what exactly is network marketing? And by the way, I have timestamps on this video. If you're like, Danielle, I already know what a network marketing company is, you can just skip ahead. But if you want to hear my thoughts, my opinions, and what my interpretation of network marketing is, stick around. So network marketing, also known as multi-level marketing, MLM, direct sales, social selling, whatever creative name these people have created for this industry, is a business model where people earn money through the direct sales of products or services and by recruiting new participants into the parent company. Common MLM companies you may have heard of would be Arbonne, Monet, Hygenius, Sciences, Beachbody, now Body, Avon, Mary Kay. I could go on for days. There are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of MLM companies in existence. Now, essentially what happens is you pay a fee for a starter kit. This can be anywhere from like $30 to literally thousands of dollars, depending on the company. And MLMs are not to be confused with actual businesses, which obviously I talk about real businesses here a lot on my channel. And if you are a business owner, you are responsible for coming up with the concept for the business, figuring out where you're going to source your products from, figuring out your pricing, figuring out your branding, creating a marketing strategy, etc. With MLM or network marketing, you're basically just paying a fee to sign up to sell the products on behalf of another company that already exists. Basically like a glorified salesperson. And so further to this, you basically, as someone who joins a network marketing company or an MLM company, you are responsible for following a pre-established set of guidelines that are determined by the parent company. You have no say in the product, no say in the marketing, no say in the pricing, any of that. Therefore, you are not a small business owner. While actual business owners have the ability to create diverse sets of revenue, they can decide what products or services they do or don't want to sell, and they get to determine the value of those products or services based on the actual market. The same does not apply in MLM. Basically, you make money through commissions that you earn from either selling the products or from recruiting other people to sell the products or from the sales that the people you recruited make in their business, or the sales that the people you recruited other people and the sales that those people make. And so it often has this like hierarchy structure where one person will recruit another person who in turn recruits another person. So you have like the upline with the people under them, the downline, and it's basically the shape of another object that you might be aware of.
It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not even a scheme per se.
And so one of the main attractions to network marketing for people is often the promise of
financial freedom.
A lot of people in MLM also often highlight the ability to work from anywhere, to set your own schedule, and to be able to make a substantial amount of income doing that. However, as I already alluded to and discussed briefly in the intro of this video, the reality is that not many people actually make enough money for this to be true. In fact, this excerpt from the FTC, which is the Federal Trade Commission for all my Canadian friends, it's basically a branch of the US government that focuses specifically on consumer protection. It reads this: eventually, most distributors in MLM find that no matter how hard they work, they can't sell enough inventory or recruit enough people to make money. They also can't keep up with the required fees or the inventory purchases they need to make to qualify for rewards, and they can't earn enough money to cover their expenses. In the end, most people run out of money, have to quit, and lose everything they invested. So something I forgot to mention so far actually is that often in MLM, in order to qualify to receive the bonuses or the commissions off of the product sales or the recruitment that your downline is doing, you actually have to have a certain amount of personal sales volume. So let's just say that I recruit 10 people into my MLM and they sell a bunch of products. In order for me to earn that commission, I myself might have to sell $100 worth of products, usually within like a 30-day period. in order to qualify for that commission. So oftentimes what we see is distributors in these companies having to buy their own inventory. We call it inventory loading. And that can end up costing hundreds, if not thousands of dollars over time just to allow themselves to be able to get their small amounts of commission. The whole thing seems wildly backwards in my opinion, and I think this explains why if you've ever seen anyone in an MLM with just like tons and tons of products behind them in their videos, this is likely why. Now, I could go even further into why MLMs are so problematic in this video, but I'm going to save that for today. I really just want to focus more on the MLM coaching aspect here as we do on this channel. And I also just think there are a ton of other really great anti-MLM creators who are already doing this work and already talking about this. So I'm actually going to list some of my favorite creators down in the description box below if that's of interest to you and you want to learn more about MLMs specifically and why they're so problematic. I'm hoping by now, though, you at least have a vague understanding of how MLMs work. Basically, you pay to join a company, you then promote their products, you recruit other people to join that company, they also promote the products, you then make commissions off your own sales, your downlines sales, your downlines sales, and so on and so on. And generally speaking, the compensation structure in MLM, network marketing, direct sales, is reliant on your ability to continue to recruit people into your downline. But what happens is that as the network starts to expand, being able to recruit people, your ability to get people to join the company becomes more and more challenging, as I'm sure you can imagine. The more people you recruit, the smaller the pool of potential people you could recruit it gets, right? It makes sense. And so this often leads to a situation where new participants really struggle to find more people to recruit, which means they end up spending more time and money than they get in return for their effort and their money. Did that make sense? And so this is why I think we're seeing, and this is something I've noticed, you can let me know in the comments if you've noticed this as well, but this is really why I think we're starting to see this uptick in coaches who specifically specialize in the MLM space. And so the purpose of this video is going to be to chat about who these MLM coaches are, what tactics they're using, why they are so problematic in my opinion. And as always, I'm going to include some reactions to their content in the wild. As I've already said, if you enjoy this content, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I want to give a quick shout out to my VIP channel members. I am so deeply appreciative of each and every one of you. If you're interested in learning about my channel membership, you can click the join button down below. Now let's go ahead and jump right in. So as I may have loosely defined by now, a multi-level marketing coach, direct sales coach, network marketing coach, whatever you want to call it, is basically someone who claims to help people who are in multi-level marketing become successful in their
Multi-level marketing business.
through training, mentorship, and often motivational content. Basically, they offer guidance and training to people in MLMs for a set fee. So for example, we can take a look at someone like Jessie Lee Ward, who offers 3 tiers of coaching at 3 different price points. So you can see here, she offers her silver membership at $47 a month, her gold membership at $297 a month, or her platinum, which is like the very high ticket, high touch offer. I'm actually not sure how much it is, but I'm sure one of you watching does know, so you can let me know in the comments down below. Next, we have Colleen at No Shame Sales Game, who charges $365 US for her membership for the entire year. We also have Melanie at Direct Sales Done Right, who charges $350 for her online course. And then she also has a membership program, which is $44.99 per month in order to access a community of other direct sellers who are also clients of hers. So I guess it's kind of like a membership as well. And these are just 3 examples that I could think of off the top of my head amongst the like hundreds that I am consistently getting ads for on Instagram and Facebook. And I would say the majority of the ads that I see are for programs just like this, essentially just like a monthly membership program that you can buy into that's going to connect you with a network of other network marketers who are all trying to learn how to make 6 figures in their network marketing business. And just like coaching of any nature that I talk about here on my channel, whether it's life coaching, spiritual coaching, business coaching, and so on, with network marketing coaching, there are a number of red flags that we should be aware of and looking out for. So one of the biggest issues I have with network marketing coaches and really just people that are involved in MLMs in general is the misleading promises that they tend to make. And so much like we see with business coaches, network marketing coaches often flaunt this like luxurious lifestyle, basically promising you that if you follow their advice and you join their program, you join join their membership, you're going to be able to achieve that for yourself through your MLM business. But the reality is, like I mentioned before, based on statistics that we've seen from actual MLMs, it is not likely that even if you pay for this coaching, you are going to be able to achieve these luxurious lifestyles and financial success. And further to this, I would even go so far as to speculate that a lot of these people who are MLM coaches and have achieved financial success didn't actually do it through their MLM company so much as they did from coaching other people how to be successful in their MLM. It's like the business coach who never actually had a successful business, but only became successful financially once they were able to dupe people into signing up for their business coaching program. In my opinion, it's that they are selling people on the dream of achieving the thing, not so much on their personal experience of having actually achieved that thing. And yes, that's not to say that all network marketing coaches fall into this category. Obviously, if you follow Jessie Lee Ward, you would know that she has literally made millions of dollars from network marketing alone. I'm simply just suggesting that some of these network marketing coaches, allegedly from what I've read on the internet, have made more money in their coaching business than they have in their actual network marketing companies. Again, from what I've seen online, based on my opinion and my understanding. Okay? Next, let's talk about the exploitative nature of both MLMs and coaching. Network marketing coaches often capitalize on people's desire for financial independence and financial success. I mean, we see this even with the recruitment of people into MLMs in the first place, which statistically speaking won't work for the majority of people, as we've already established. But with MLM coaching, what happens is they basically encourage you to invest even more time and money beyond what you've already invested into trying to become successful in the MLM in the first place. And it's all under this guise of having the secret to helping you be able to build a successful network marketing business, which again, as we know, is a very hard feat to accomplish unless you join the company in the infancy when it's in its beginning stages and you're one of the first people to join and you're able to recruit a bunch of people and so on and so on and so on. But they use this narrative of
spend money to make money, invest in yourself to get the return in your future.
And so basically what happens is you pay to join an already failing, in my opinion, business model. And then this MLM coach basically encourages you or convinces you to spend even more money to try and make that failing business model work for you. When again, statistically speaking, it's not going to work for you. No matter what these people teach you, even if they have examples of successful people that have gone through their programs, those people are the outliers. They're not the rule. Now, red flag number 3, in my opinion, is the over-reliance on motivation. You know what we hate around here? Word salad. Using a whole lot of words to say a whole lot of nothing. It has been my observation that MLM coaches use motivation and positivity to keep people engaged and keep people wanting to buy more. While motivation is important, sure, relying on it solely to grow your business, especially when you're working with a business model that is broken and working against you, is not likely to yield a very fruitful return. A very fruitful return. You know what I'm saying. And partially, I think this is because when you're in programs like this, you start to become so reliant on the knowledge of the leader that you lose your ability to really critically evaluate what's actually happening. And so this kind of makes me think of groupthink, which if you're not familiar, groupthink is the practice of thinking or making decisions as a group in a way that discourages creativity or individual responsibility. And so while mentorship can be very valuable, sure, it's really important to be aware of whether or not you are making your decisions independently. And so MLMs are notorious for mimicking the behaviors of cults. I actually have a series that covers this. I will link the first video right here. It's a 3-part series. And I would say that MLM coaching falls right into this because we see the same parallels in MLMs, in cults, and in any kind of coaching program, really. Things like information control, love bombing, false empowerment, toxic positivity. And so it's my opinion that by paying a mentor in this space, you're basically just like indoctrinating yourself further and further into an industry that could put you at risk of doing more harm than good. And so you're spending lots of money and you're getting a very non-existent return. I think you probably get the point by now. Now, as I do in all of my deep dive videos, I thought it was important that we take a look at what this MLM coaching content looks like in the real world, or the internet, social media. Is social media the real world? I don't know, but for today it is. I do this partly for consumer protection, to really show you what kind of things you should be looking out for when you are scrolling through social media. I do it to demonstrate the common narratives and rhetoric that these people use in order to play on your emotions and get you to sign up for whatever it is they're shilling. And of course, I do this to demonstrate examples of the points that I made earlier in this video, just to prove that I'm not just making this stuff up and pulling it out of my ass. So here's the first piece of content we're going to read. It says, if you showed up inconsistently to your 9-to-5 job, you'd be disappointed with your paycheck. Social selling is no different. To me, this post suggests that the only reason you're not successful in network marketing is because you're being inconsistent. Which, again, statistically speaking, even if you were super consistent in your MLM, your success is not guaranteed. When I show up to my job Monday to Friday for 8 hours a day, I am guaranteed a paycheck every other Friday. In an MLM, it is absolutely not the same thing. Again, I encourage you to check out some of the creators that I've linked down below, because their content very clearly demonstrates the fact that this narrative is so untrue. Now, I think it's also important to note that I think this particular creator is essentially trying to guilt you into thinking that you are the reason you are unsuccessful in your MLM. It's your inconsistency that is the reason why you're not seeing a financial return. But don't worry, because her caption then leads you into joining her monthly membership, where she's going to teach you how to be consistent and how to actually start making money. Because of course, she has the secret formula to success that's going to help you stop sucking. Oh my God, I hate it here. Okay, next we have the same creator, but a different problematic post. And this one starts with the 6 hard truths if you want to become wildly successful. Step 1 is you can't just stop because it feels hard. Most people want to stay within their comfort zone. Some people venture to the far edges of it. Fewer people are brave enough to step into the scary, uncomfortable unknown of the growth zone. If you want to amass success, you have to learn how to press through so much discomfort and self-doubt because they're ever present. Again, this post comes off as very shamey to me, like,
oh, you're not successful, it's because you're just too comfortable.
When the reality is, what a lot of these people will encourage you to do is things that are quite icky to most people, using scammy or untrue practices to convince people to join you in your network marketing journey. And so I think it's pretty normal if you try to implement some of these practices and your spidey senses start tingling and you're like, maybe I shouldn't be doing that. That's okay. But what this person wants you to believe is that that's just you being too comfortable, and you need to try harder and you need to push your limits of comfort in order to be successful. And while yes, there is a level of, trying new things and putting yourself out there that is involved in achieving any kind of success, especially outside of MLM. I think in this context, it's really being used to manipulate you, again, into thinking that their particular program or product solution is the thing that you need in order to be successful. Okay, so number 2 is your friend circle will change. You're going to continue to evolve, but not everyone around you will, and that will cause friction. If you want to succeed, it's imperative that you surround yourself with people who are running at the same pace as you, or are 5 steps ahead. Your growth will become stagnant if you're always the smartest, most successful person in the room. Now, I would encourage anyone who reads something like this to really be aware that you're not grooming yourself into an echo chamber. Remember the concept of groupthink that I mentioned earlier in this video? This idea that we must all think the same, we must have the same goals, we must act the same, we must believe the same. This can be really dangerous. And I think that there is really true power in being able to challenge perspectives and to not necessarily agree on everything. And so while yes, again, I'm not going to disagree with the fact that if you have people in your life that are basically saying that the things that you are doing are stupid and you're never going to be successful, blah, 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 get rid of those people, or at least maybe don't take their feedback so personally. However, in the case of MLM, a lot of the times, and I mean, this is true in the coaching industry too, when people try to alert you of potential red flags in the industry of like, hey, maybe the business model is actually designed to work against you, and you just see those people as haters and you ice them out of your life, I think that can be really dangerous because a lot of the times the people closest to you in your life actually have your best interests at heart. And if you're not listening to them, what are you doing? It could be very, very harmful. So I would just encourage you to not like exile everyone and maybe consider alternative perspectives and really think about like where their intention is in giving you that feedback. Is the person that's giving you feedback benefiting from you listening to them or not? Because if they have no incentive to give you that feedback, it's pretty likely that their feedback is probably true. Okay, next point is your boundaries will make some people think you're a bitch. Some people will misinterpret your boundaries as you cutting them out rather than you preserving yourself. If you're always focused on others, you won't have the ability to focus on yourself, and focusing on yourself is necessary in order to grow and continue to help others to grow. Sure, self-care is important in any industry, in any pursuit. I don't disagree with that. You definitely, as individuals, need to learn how to set boundaries, whether it's in your personal or professional life. However, I find this one particularly ironic because from what I know from MLMs, boundaries are pretty much non-existent when it comes to like the MLM team. And I'm sure in the MLM coaching space as well, like you have to show up to certain calls, you have to do these certain actions that I tell you to do. And so I find it kind of funny that this one's really just even included at all. Okay, next we have fear of success is real. There's a misconception that success is all champagne and yachts and piles of cash, but pushing past every limit you've known is scary as hell. Right before you push to the next level, it often feels like you're falling apart. And that's where many people decide to pull back rather than push forward. Again, I think this ties into the like comfort zone conversation. I absolutely do believe that there is sort of this like fear of success that can exist, and it can allow people to maybe not pursue the things they really want to because they have this fear of, you know, being seen. But again, I think in this particular example, it's being used almost in like a manipulative way to get you to just like bite the bullet and pay for whatever it is this person's selling. Next, you have to be willing to play the long game. It took me 5 years of grinding, hustling, unwavering dedication, and seemingly endless failures before I became a millionaire. My motto has always been short-term pain, long-term gain, and short-term was 5 years. Okay, this one I especially hate because if you've watched any of my content here on my channel, you know that I really despise when people use these kind of income claims in order to sell whatever it is that they're trying to get you to buy. Mostly because the reality is whatever financial success one person had isn't really an indicator that the same financial success is necessarily available to you. And so in this post and any kind of post that I've seen like this, basically this person is sharing the fact that they are a millionaire or they became a millionaire under the guise of creating the impression that you too could become a millionaire if, again, you just follow their simple, whatever, 5-step process or whatever it is. What I would rather see is this person sharing how many of their clients have become millionaires. I don't care if you became a millionaire. How many people did you teach to become a millionaire? To me, as a consumer, I think that that is way more valuable than you just bragging about the fact that you've duped enough people into buying your program that you became a millionaire. Again, just my opinion. Okay, next it says you'll take on debt. Debt in the form of shopping sprees isn't smart or necessary, but business debt absolutely can be. Oh my God, buckle up. There's no way I would have been able to float my business and family during those short 5 years without taking on a scary amount of debt, which has been paid off. You have to start rethinking debt. Again, this feeds into the invest in yourself narrative, which is rampant across any facet of the coaching industry. If you have not seen this interview that I did a few weeks ago with an individual who spent over $100,000, she cleared out her entire 401k, which is basically your RRSP if you're Canadian, in order to pay for her coaching programs. The narrative that you need to spend a ton of money to make a ton of money is completely not true. But again, this coach is trying to convince you, I did it, therefore you should too. It is so incredibly dangerous and again, completely untrue. And it makes me so angry. But seriously, go watch that video if you haven't seen it already. It is incredibly eye-opening. Okay.
Can you believe that it's August 1st? Mind blown. Where have the first 6 months of the year gone? Listen, I know that you are probably like me and you are on fire. You are excited. You have big vision, big dreams, big goals, and you're ready to smash them. You're also feeling a little tired because it's the end of the summer and the kids are ready to go back to school and you're ready to get back into a routine. And here's the thing, now is the time to double down more than ever because your dreams might feel a little far away, but they're not really that far. All you need is a little clarity, a little direction, and a proven framework to follow that's going to accelerate your success. Imagine doubling your income in the next 30 days. Well, Today, I am going to teach you how to do just that on a free class I'm teaching at either noon or 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You're going to learn 3 insider strategies that have helped us grow and scale multi-million-dollar networks and teach others to do the same. All you have to do is comment below to get registered.
Targeting moms. Love that. Making income claims. Also love that. Let's read the caption. To the woman in direct sales feeling like it is now or never, listen up. Do you want to know what the simple steps are to create more income in the last 5 months of 2023? We love simple steps, don't we? Do you want to know how to be more successful? Do you want to know how to create a compelling vision that calls you and other people to action? Today, at 12 p.m., Blank and I will walk you through how to double your direct sales income in just 30 days. That's an income claim if I ever heard one. Comment details below and I will DM you. No, we are not sharing the fluff. We are sharing our real tips, tricks, and strategies for success in direct sales. We want you to succeed and know that success is possible through our proven 3-step framework. Maybe you haven't watched the other content on my channel, but anyone who promises to have some secret formula, whether it's 3 steps, 5 steps, 10 steps, doesn't matter. It's probably not going to work for you. Our simple, easy to follow, duplicatable steps will help you feel more confident in how you approach your direct sales business. Direct sales, or any business in general, is never truly duplicatable. If you are committed to implementing what we teach during our free class, which is taking place today, you will start seeing the immediate benefits once you put in the work. So what are you waiting for? With the year halfway over, there's no better time to start them right now and head into the second half of the year feeling confident with what is possible through your direct sales opportunity. Let's do this. Again, feeling a little shamey, blamey here when they're saying like,
We're going to teach you how to be successful if you put in the work.
and then again, when you're not successful and you don't get the results, it's your fault because you were inconsistent and you didn't work hard enough. When the reality is the business model is working against you. Now, also, I think it's important to note that yes, this is a free training. It's likely just a funnel into whatever they're shilling, a course, a group program, a membership, etc. Nothing is free anymore these days. It's really unfortunate, honestly. Next, we have everyone's favorite.
I know that I pay my coach $30,000 an hour. But I'll be telling you about the results I get from having this guy coach me, okay? It's ridiculous. It's like I'm able to tap into the network. I'm able to tap into his brain. I'm able to tap into his expertise. He's built things that I've wanted to build, and he helps and he guides me. It's a time machine. You know, you don't know how much time you have on this earth. Nobody does. So why are you diddle-daddling around, wasting your time trying to figure everything out when you're staring at somebody who's done exactly what you want to do? You should hire them. I really, truly believe that you get what you pay for in anything.
Okay, I understand the principle of wanting to learn from someone who has done what you do. Oftentimes, if you're looking to work with a mentor, hire a consultant, etc., you're doing so based on the fact that they have some sort of tangible experience or training in the thing that you want to learn how to do. But the issue, again, if we come back to some of the stuff I mentioned earlier with a lot of these MLM coaches specifically, when you go to hire them, you don't actually know if they achieved, the 6 figures, the ability to become a millionaire through their MLM business, or if they achieve that accomplishment through coaching other people in MLM, or maybe they're not making any money at all. Literally anyone can say anything on the internet as fact, even when it is not fact, it's false. And so I actually remember back to, I might have shared this on the channel before, but one of my favorite teachers back in high school shared the idea, and this was back when we would write research papers, but like not all of us had computers at home. So it was like half we would do our research on the internet, half we were still using like encyclopedias in the library. And she was trying to teach us, how to use peer-reviewed studies and the importance of not just like trusting the things you read on Google. And she basically equated it to this idea that basically anything you see on the internet, again, unless it's from like a peer-reviewed source, is the equivalent to someone writing something on a piece of paper, crumpling that paper up, throwing it on the ground, and then another person walking by, picking up that paper, unfolding it, and being like, oh, this must be true because I read it on a piece of paper. The internet is that piece of paper. I can make a blog about anything and state it as fact, but just because I stated it as fact doesn't mean that it actually is true. And so any of these MLM coaches can show up and say that they've made 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever, but unless you're looking at their bank statements, you don't know that that's true. I can say that I've accomplished or achieved anything, but again, where is the proof? So I guess my point here is just to say that just because someone charges thousands of dollars and claims to be able to get these amazing results doesn't necessarily mean that that has happened for them. But even in cases like with Jessie Lee Ward, for example, who we know has made hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars in MLM. Just because it happened for her doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to happen for her clients. And that's just something important to keep in mind as well. Okay, I'm getting hot in here. We don't have AC and it's a heat wave in Vancouver right now. So one more video. Hopefully we can make it through.
Okay, I'm going to ask you two of the most important questions you will ever be asked. And wait until the end because I've got a free gift for you that's going to help. All right, the first most important question is, have you found the opportunity that's going to take care of you and your family for the rest of your life? If the answer is yes, amazing, go tell the world what it is. If the answer is no, then I've got the second most important question for you. Are you spending time every single week looking for that opportunity that's going to take care of you and your family for the rest of your life? Now, if the answer is no to both questions, then how are you going to explain that to your family? Okay, so here's a promise I want to give you. The day that you start looking for that opportunity is the day your self-esteem and confidence grows. Your energy, excitement, and enthusiasm for your future self grows. Okay, so here's the gift. If you want to learn how to recruit more people, you want to learn how to take things to the next level in your business, then comment Eric down below and I'm going to send you something super, super special for you to get involved in to really help you grow. All right, do that and let me know down below once done.
Okay, so naturally, I commented Eric and I received this message. And sure enough, it was a link to Eric Worre's recruiting challenge. Now, if you don't know who Eric Worre is, he's basically one of the world's largest network marketing coaches or network marketing trainers. His estimated net worth is around $30 to $40 million US, I believe. And he's basically been associated with every large scale personal development life coach, network marketing coach out there, Jessie Lee Ward herself included. Now, I know DC somewhat recently anyway, covered an event that he hosted. If I can link it here, I will. Otherwise, I'll have it linked in the description below. And I'm pretty sure Clowntown actually covered the same event. And so I'll have their channel linked down below as well. Needless to say, I would not recommend that you or anyone attend the recruitment training program, which, by the way, is actually a paid program. It's not free. And I can pretty much guarantee it's just going to be a funnel into an even more expensive paid program. Like, let's actually take a look at the sales page for this program together. Okay, so it says, come spend 3 hours with Eric Worre and some of the best recruiters in the world as they deliver step-by-step formula to becoming a recruiting machine in network marketing. So at the time of filming, it's tomorrow, I guess. Recruiting is the number one skill to learn if you want to build a big income inside network marketing. Say the quiet part out loud. So many of these people that I see in MLMs try to really defend the fact that in order to be successful in network marketing, you don't have to recruit anyone. But he's literally saying that the people who are the most successful are the ones that know how to recruit. So problematic in I just don't like it. Okay, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but not good. So basically, you'll come to this event. He's going to teach you how to recruit people, how to overcome objections, how to find people, how to attract high quality people, how to create an unshakable mindset. We love that. Blah, 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 the different systems. And again, it's $97 if you attend in person. Weird. And $7 if you attend online. Here's a bunch of people that have taken the training, I guess. And there's a bunch of guarantees. So this event is for you if you've recruited little to no people, if you've recruited some people but they took no action, if you're a leader and you want to build and produce at a higher level, if you can't seem to break through to the next level. Pretty much it appeals to everyone. So no matter who you are and what you've done, you should absolutely come to this training because it's going to help you, okay? We love a broad, this program's for everyone kind of outlook. That's really great. Okay, so you can register, FAQs. I haven't recruited anyone. Can it help me? 100% yes. I just got started. Is it too early? Absolutely no. Oh my God, this is just painful to read. Okay, I can link this down below as well if you want to scroll through it yourselves. But again, I am pretty much 99% sure that this is just going to be you showing up and being sold on some sort of program membership, etc. So we love that. Needless to say, this program and any of the stuff that I've looked at today is going to be a hard pass for me, and I hope it is for you too. If you've learned anything from watching this video, hopefully it's that you understand how network marketing coaches are encouraging you to continue to spend money to learn how to be successful in a failing business model. Stay safe out there, my friends. Keep an eye out for those red flags and anyone who's trying to encourage you to invest large amounts of money. Save that money for a rainy day, or I don't know, maybe use it to pay your bills. Remember, a legitimate business does not exist in multi-level marketing. Check out my anti-MLM friends that I've listed down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel. Take care, comb your hair, and I'm gonna leave you with this video over here next. Goodbye.